guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a couple weeks. Literally these past weeks we've got hit with snow pretty bad here in Kansas. The snow is barely melting now because the temperatures did go up like in the 60s, 70s. The snow wasn't melting whatsoever. All the roads were just literally iced up, so I couldn't get this car out whatsoever. And that's why I haven't been posting on here, but set that aside. Thankfully the roads are clear now. As you guys can see by the title of this video, I could officially say that I've had this car for a year now, which is honestly pretty crazy because a year has gone by so fast having this car and still driving this car, daily driving this car. I'm gonna give you guys a walk around, but first I'll give you guys like a short little montage basically of all the videos that I've created here on YouTube. I guess the process, I guess you could say, of how it really started. Basically having this car delivered all the way from North Carolina to Kansas. And yeah, it was a pretty crazy story, pretty long process if you ever want to get a car delivered to you from another state, but it's definitely worth it in the end. I remember the exact same day that I got this car, January 29th, 2023, 7:15 p.m. The guy showed up having this car delivered to me. I was like, damn, literally seeing this car in person. Officially getting the car delivered. %, all around. It currently has Bassani axlebacks, and I've been thinking about switching them to either Roush or Corsa Extremes. Thank you guys for the 50 subscribers that I have. I know it's not a whole lot, but you know, like literally 50 people hit that subscribe button to my channel, so appreciate you guys heavy. My goodness, there you guys have it. Decked out with carbon fiber. It was so damn cold that day. Like, it started snowing that night when the car was getting delivered. And I was there recording the guy getting the car off from the trailer. Fucking almost dying of frostbite. I know I really didn't mention this in my first video, but when I first got the car, there was literally no way for me to drive the car the day after because of how much it snowed that night when I got the car delivered. And like, technically the car wasn't drivable. I mean, it was drivable, but I didn't want to risk, you know, literally just crashing the car, and the next day I got it. So eventually, you know, I drove the car a couple days later and fell in love with the car, still in love with the car. So yeah, she is in fact a little dirty right now, and there was literally no way for me to wash the car because if I do wash it, all that water is just gonna freeze up and just gonna stay on the car, so no point in washing. But if you guys are wondering if I had any problems with the car so far in a year, I've actually had problems. First one, just recently, I got pulled over for tint. As you guys could tell, this car does have 5% all around, and the windshield is tinted as well. And I actually got pulled over not too long ago, and it's honestly a dumb reason. I know it's gonna happen sooner or later, getting pulled over for tint. Obviously it's illegal having tint on the windshield as well, but you know, I just can't fucking take off the tint. It's not gonna look good whatsoever. And when I first got the car, it literally came looking like a fishbowl, so I knew I had to get a tint ASAP. A year later, I get pulled over for tint. Second problem, when I first got the car, the radio wasn't working whatsoever. Turns out it was just a burnt fuse. All I had to do was just switch out the fuse and it started working. Pretty minor problem there. And another problem that I recently just came across is this chin spoiler. Of how low the car is, I tend to scrape quite a bit. And I kind of fucked up because these bolts are, you tighten them on the bumper right here, but the part of the bumper is literally just fucking broken from here. Kind of like ripped off with all that scraping. And yeah, as you can tell, it looks pretty sad right now. Probably gonna try to fix that, see if I could tighten it. And if not, if it comes down to the case where I have to take it off, then I'll just take it off and I'll just ride it with the car without a chin spoiler. Either way, the car looks beautiful. This car does have Boss 302 intake manifold with the JLT cold air intake. But if this car came stock, I was literally gonna almost run this exact same setup with the Boss 302 and Mickey Thompson's on it, and this car does have Mickey Thompson's on it, so that's why I literally chose this car. This car was for sure like the perfect one. So goddamn fucking cold right now. Let's close this. Yeah, as you guys can tell from a distance, this car does have Mickey Thompson Street Comp tires with Verde wheels all around. And this car does have, I believe it's, they said Ford racing springs and coilovers on it, so the car is pretty low, not even barely 2 fingers in here, so that's why the chin spoiler kind of fucked up. So, but it's not too big of a deal, I guess. And probably one of the major changes that I've done to this car was change the exhaust. I just swapped out the Bassani axle backs that it came with Roush, and it made a huge difference. It sounds way more deeper and a little bit louder than it did before. Like with the Bassani axle backs, it literally sounded way more raspier, which in my opinion didn't really sound good. I prefer a deeper and louder tone, I guess you could say. I don't know, that's just my opinion, but obviously if you throw courses on this, raspy and loudness sounds good as hell. So if you ever want an S197, go for it. You never get old of this fucking aggressive ass front end as well as the rear end, basically the whole body of this car. That's literally why I chose this car, because it has a more classic look to it. And it just, I don't know, I mean S550s are also clean as hell, but I just love the tail lights on this car, dude. I'll just never get over it, man. I do have some small vinyl lettering on the car, but honestly, I might take them off soon. I don't know yet. I did tint the side markers, but yeah, that's basically the car, how it looks right now. 10 out of 10 so far. Reliability, still good. Clutch is smooth. Transmission is still pretty good. Obviously, these cars do come with the MT82 transmission, so a lot of bad reviews on them, but it's basically how you treat the car. I did throw in some carbon fiber as well, kind of give it a more modern look, I guess you could say. Bro, I'm fucking shivering right now. It's literally like 10 degrees, I think, or some shit, I don't know, but my hands are frozen. Yeah, that's basically a year in review of this car. If you want to buy it, you won't regret it. You know, you won't ever get tired of how the S197 looks like. Just gives you that classic look once again, and that's honestly why I chose this car, because I literally been dreaming about it since middle school and basically throughout all of high school, and I've envisioned myself with this car, and we made it possible last year, a year ago. The only problem that I do have with this car, the price, you know, the monthly payments, I guess you could say, but you know, it is what it is. You know, when I drive this car, I'm always smiling, so sometimes, but you know, when I'm driving this car, I'm always thankful that I have it still, and you know, it just reminds me to keep working hard. You know, like if you ever want to get your dream car, just work hard, and I promise you that it will happen. Whatever car it is, you know, even if it's a cheap car, you know, like that's still an accomplishment of yours, and just be grateful for what you have in life, and literally respect your build. If you're in the process of getting your car, congratulations, you're on your way to be successful. We're all on our way to be successful, so be proud of yourself. If you guys did enjoy this video, subscribe for more content. Thank you guys for 600 subscribers. On our way to 700, 800, 900, 1,000, and so on. You know, we just keep moving forward. And we're still grinding every single day. You know, we're still able to pay this car monthly, so it's a good thing. And the lights went out. I guess we'll give you guys a startup and we're out of here. See you guys in the next one.